Hello, and welcome back to Reverse 1999. So, last time everyone met up, we found and I still feel like we have a sense of foreboding, like everything's going too well. So, let's see what kind of disasters show up in the next one. Two former strangers, about the perfect moment to speak in defense of me. Cosmodrome, 3 months before the storm. Oh boy.
3, 2, 1, cut. And just so we're clear, everything went well as usual.
Oh, I have to press it.
The video in this disc, to put it simply, is too much for anyone to handle.
Okay.
Guess what it's used for? Go on, give me the most ridiculous answer you can think of.
It searches for asteroids. I don't know, it looks like, or at least, I don't know.
A little tip. Think like a modern person. The development of technology allows us to save a lot of things as digital data nowadays.
What?
Yes, it's a last record.
Oh.
A video is much more convenient than sitting down with a pen.
That's a video, really? She places the data card on the table, and it immediately draws in all eyes.
Data secured. Pointer, do you want me to add your part to the video now? Or maybe later?
Oh, it's the videos they're all just shooting of each other, huh?
Preferably never. This whole last record thing is your passion. Besides, I know nothing about material sciences.
But you spent so much time transcoding the incantation. You simply must show up in my video. Please, I insist. We're a team. We shouldn't miss anyone's perspective, no?
Yes.
Even for her, long hours can wear things down. There's a trace of fatigue in her otherwise calm reply, a lag in her response.
Super. Then let's take a look at our work so far and learn from our mistakes. Well, my mistakes. Pointer and I had been working on the teleport disc at the Placid's Cosmodrome.
Okay, this is cute. They're using the dioramas as a background.
More specifically, our interim mission was to determine how to transport supplies to space stations and spacecraft using teleport incantations. The ultimate goal being to achieve stable, safe, and long-distance teleportation to outer space viable for living organisms.
Alright, yeah, that makes sense.
The project had been going smoothly until we received some bad news.
They cut your funding, huh?
Due to a
Or the
policy
storm.
change at Laplace, most projects in Placids were being suspended. Fortunately, the bad news was followed by a small amount of good. Madame Lucy said if we could send a monitor to space to collect data when the storm arrived, we'd be allowed to continue with our project. It was a vital opportunity to make our contribution to deciphering the storm. There were only 3 major issues to solve: manpower, energy supply, and determination. As you can see, the first 2 issues have been solved by our new members. Thank you all for your help.
That's cute. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that.
Especially our brave little astronaut. The plan is now simple. She'll fly into space, reach the required altitude, launch the monitor, and zero in on the correct coordinates. And then she'll contact ground control to come home.
And just how will she do that, I wonder?
Her arcane skill will protect her from any possible danger caused by pressure or heat in the vacuum of space.
Okay.
Then finally, she will activate the teleport disc, and we will activate our receiver on the ground.
Okay, so that's how they're gonna do it, huh?
Ta-da! Everyone will arrive in Laplace's Arctic branch safe and sound to acclaim and accolades from all around the scientific world. Well, that's a simple framework of the plan. But we still have tons of minor problems to tackle first. Our top priority is improving the long-distance positioning accuracy of the teleport disc. We've already begun testing our latest prototypes.
Okay.
Though the last test didn't end well.
Of course.
We're still searching for the cause of that particular catastrophic error. But we won't let it stop us. This was no more than an inevitable roadblock. A small accident on the way to technological progress.
Elizabeth, if we are going to have any chance of learning from our mistakes, we can't run away from our problems.
All right. That last test was a week ago. Same as the last time. Though we've made some improvements, we still need an intelligent creature to run the test. And I guess it'll be me again.
Are you sure? Considering the danger and your value to the project, I think you ought to let me.
How can I ask anyone to try my invention if I wouldn't use it myself?
Yeah, that makes
Now,
sense.
what are you waiting for? Get to the safe zone. Oh, and remember to secure the blast door.
Miss Kipperina asked about the test yesterday as she was feeding the fish. She said she's been able to control her power more now. You'd be much safer with her help.
True, yeah.
We're a team, right? We sink or swim together.
As the clock strikes the hour, a small figure peeks in through
My
the door.
training just finished. I hope I'm not late, Miss Elizabeth.
Well, we did have a pretty bad accident, but thanks to Kipperina's arcane skill, no one was too badly hurt. Winsong is one cool teacher, and that girl's a phenomenal student. The margin of error remained high, a significant problem for sure. But we'd learned our lesson after spending all that time recovering in the ward. That is, that we should prepare for the worst, so that those who survive will know what to do with, our legacy.
Right.
Our last record matters, my friend.
I don't think that's what Pointer meant when she told us to learn from our mistakes.
Before Elizabeth can pinch its mouth shut, the little snake digs back into her hair.
Again, I emphasize that safety must come first in the lab. It is my first and most important protocol. Winsong and I left for all of 10 minutes, and by the time we got back, each and every one of you ended up on death's door.
Jeez.
And now I find out you've even petitioned for a postponed evacuation. This is getting ridiculous.
You know how tight the schedule is now that the storm emergency plan has been activated, don't you? The silver lining is that now we know that we have exactly 3 months. We can still optimize the procedure and improve the disk and...
Enough, Sylvie!
No. Pointer cuts her off. Her tone is serious.
Oh, come on, friends. Can we just calm down and discuss our schedule over dinner?
I don't think that's gonna help, name
I
day.
believe Miss Pointer was only trying to suggest a better plan.
I am. I suggest we stop all work on this project immediately.
The young man is caught off balance, unable to find the words to ease the tension in the room.
What? Why? The situation really isn't that dire.
Miss Elizabeth is right. We shouldn't be discouraged over one accident, Miss Pointer. The damage wasn't too severe.
Only 3 months left, yet our latest achievement was a total catastrophe. I know what you're all thinking. That the odds are still good, and it's more or less safe to continue. But all that is a weighted gamble. Nothing matters more than your lives.
She knows this all too well. This is not her first time making bold gambles. Oh, we're gonna see it then.
Pointer, what do you think the odds are really?
Without diving into the calculations, it's around a 70% chance in theory. But my logic is screaming something else in my ear.
You don't have to take that risk, Pointer.
I know what I'm doing. Nothing's guaranteed in the world of science.
And explosion. She closes her eyes, interrupting the play through of her memories.
The risk is too high. I can't allow it.
Oh, sweetie, she has trauma of past incidents, huh?
But it's like we always say, there's nothing guaranteed in the world of science. You never know before you take that fateful step.
That is true, yes. Such a firm, matter-of-fact statement. It sounds exactly like something the old Pointer might have said.
My analysis points to a dangerous level of uncertainty in this project. The price of failure, even optimistically, could be much worse than a few days in recovery. There could be more permanent injuries. You could even...
The storm. Pointer scans the room. None of them have known failure, not yet, and they shouldn't have to.
You've seen how things, places, people just disappear in the storm. You need to stop this insanity before that happens to us. Don't you understand?
I really don't. Why should we stop?
She thinks for a moment, then a spark of inspiration flashes across her face.
No, you're right. We shouldn't pretend as if it's normal to risk our lives for this. At the end of the day, if we die, our research dies with us. But if something were to happen to the team, you would be the one to survive. That's why I want you to keep our records, to take down everything in case the worst happens.
Oh boy. That's gonna leave her with a lot of survivor's guilt.
Here.
Pointer looks down at the data card. Machines are only capable of faithfully recording and replaying data. They can't interpret meaning. They certainly cannot understand the reckless choice of human beings. Those who come after might skim through the logs and learn how the team met, chose, collaborated, and parted ways. But what about everything outside the frame? The temperature of the lab, the taste of a restaurant's signature dish, the hesitation she feels right now. No device can preserve those details, only memory can. Some need to move forward, others need to stay behind. She doesn't look up, and never reaches for the disc. She's made up her mind.
I won't take it. And I won't submit this petition for you. I can't stand by and let you kill yourselves.
Yikes.
I'm done. I quit.
Oh boy. Yep, everything's... Oh wait, we have a fight? Why? Training. A training robot that holds all records, deep sea, environmental data. No one has yet danced in zero gravity, so this robot must serve as the teacher instead. A training robot that holds a record of extreme environmental data. No one has yet survived the extreme temperature swings in a vacuum, so this robot must serve as a teacher. Literature? Solitude, okay. Oof. Deep sea environment. Yeah. Tick tock, tick tock. It permeates in everything that moves and stands still, no matter the form. Okay. Alright, so in this one, might as well just go with the let's go with Beast Plant. Yeah, I guess we can go tock, 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 tock. There we go.
Can we use the camera dolly this time?
Just like real divers.
Alright. Miss Kiperina, your coordination training is about to commence. Perform the designated actions according to the guidance. Your performance will be evaluated accordingly. Close your eyes and try using your arcane skill to hit the robot here. Don't worry, they're built exactly this purpose. Okay.
You want to do it the hard way? Let me take my rails first. Or maybe take a deep breath. Hold your breath. Digital bodyguard! I don't remember having a reason to worry. Don't take a wrong step. Let me help, please. Help me! Anyone?
Okay. Let me see. What else do we have?
Intriguing.
You got it. Whew. I can't afford. You want to do it the hard way?
Just like real divers.
Oh, so that's what happened. Floppy, run, run!
Nice.
It seems dangerous.
Oh god, Floppy was did a hell of damage there.
I can always maybe take a deep breath.
Glad to be of service, my lady.
Let me check my rails first. Nakiyarka, Ichikwa. The stars are just out of reach.
Sadly, these are counterfeits.
Relax, I've got it in the loop.
Nice. Anyway, let's do this.
Let me check my rails first. Hold your breath. Behold, this camera that will record the world.
There we go, that guy's gone. Now we can see her ultimate. Proceed as before, but now focus your attention on this distinct unit. This one, okay. I guess you can just buff,
Maybe take a deep
Intriguing,
buff,
isn't it?
do the counter, and then use the ultimate.
Journey. I've got your back.
Just like real dialogue.
Found it. Даже далеко в космосе. Все равно здесь, со мной.
Is it a buff too? It appears it is. Oh, God, nice. They all suffered a lot of damage.
Or maybe.
Time to wake up, gentlemen. Glad to be of service.
Let me check my rails first. Так ярко и тепло.
Fragrance and dazzle can easily confuse one's vision.
Oh, it instantly kills.
Just like real dialogue.
Mise en scène? Leave it to me.
Let me just take a look and see 12 rounds. Alright, we have more than enough. Nice.
Ready to roll? You got it.
Intriguing.
You want to do it the hard
You're all
way?
dead now.
Behold, this camera that will record the world.
Nice. Next time, I should be able to do a bit better. That's right, you did well. I'll make sure Miss Winsong hears the good news.
Now, to divide the spoils. Or should I say, a reasonable reallocation of the profits?
Okay, so let's see what kind of disaster is going to show up. Freezing rain. How could you possibly expect warm rain to fall inside the greenhouse? Two months? Yeah, 2 months before the storm.
The name is Pointer, researcher in the LSCC Plesetsk branch. The reason I joined, the same reason I quit. Nothing matters more than people's lives. All the research I've done has been for one purpose, to make people's lives better.
Pointer, there you are. How's everything going?
Terrible. Winsong doesn't mind her quitting. Whenever she runs into Pointer at the branch office, she always stops for a few words, often with updates on the aerospace team.
I heard you're busy with the evacuation. Seems many stores in Mirny have already closed up.
As soon as I finish the handover here, I'm heading back into town to help with packing, coordinating, and explaining the situation to the locals. Same old, same old.
Same old, same old. You know, Hisabeth said that exact thing when I asked about the team's progress yesterday. They seem to be doing all right.
Good.
Winsong takes a small bag from her coat, nudging the conversation in a lighter direction.
Oh, by the way, I've got some seeds left. Do you want to take them off my hands?
Do I look like a gardener to you?
Well, it's just that I heard from a few people here in Mirny that a Laplace researcher was giving out sunflower seeds.
Okay.
And it wasn't me, so I've been wondering just who it could have been. Don't you want some? Seriously, everyone loves them.
He's gonna take it. Oh, on the day the Pointer left the Blizetsk, oh my god, I really can't say that word. Blizetsk Cosmodrome, she handed out these seeds to everyone she passed. What was she thinking? Maybe she just wanted to break all ties and stop herself from turning back. She keeps this bag, saving it for the right moment.
Thanks. So, who ended up signing the application?
Hisabeth will, when she goes to collect the monitor and report our research to Ludwig. She says it's more likely to get approval that way.
They don't know when to stop, do they?
They don't know the meaning.
Yeah. Well, there's another flashback.
Stop. If the fish get startled, then they won't eat anything.
Okay.
I see, Miss Hisabeth.
She sprinkles the fish food carefully over the water surface, hoping these fragile little creatures might climb to some instinct to survive.
I finished the full inventory check. There's more runium left than we thought. Now, where should I put these useless old files? I was thinking we could use them for draft paper.
Maybe you can turn them into a knife or something. A knife would be more useful at this point. You know, to cut fruit or whatever.
Actually, that card there on the table would work better for that.
Why's that?
Is it hard
It's
material?
all about the material. Metal
Yeah.
makes a better edge than paper. Never quite understood why you made them like that.
Oh, I was testing out a new alloy. I used it to make Winsong's and Pointer's cards. It gets harder and sharper when heated. Give it a rub with your hands and you can use it as a letter opener.
Okay. Their words trail off. They've been trying not to bring up Pointer's departure, to pretend like everything's still just as it was.
The ritual still isn't stable enough. We need a specific location or area to set as a destination in advance. But first, we need a way to pinpoint a recognizable area. The formula should be...
Miss Winsong sent me a message. She said, don't forget to collect the monitor.
Oh, she sent it to you too? Tell her I said thanks. No, that number doesn't look right.
I tried my best, but those arcane minerals you were asking for are scarce as all hell. I haven't been able to find a single supplier.
Then we'll carry on without them. That's it. Nope, wrong again. Pointer was the master of numbers. With that brain of hers, she'd have had this over and done by now.
A sound from the corner of the room draws her attention. Voyager is stacking pieces of mineral shards in a wobbly tower. In the lamplight, the peak sparkles, strangely
Careful,
mesmerizing.
don't hurt yourself. They're more powerful than they seem.
Voyager nods with a vague but accepting gesture, and Hisabeth turns back, ready to refocus on the data. But the fragile silence is broken, and other words spill out.
Miss Elizabeth.
The little would-be astronaut walks over and stands beside Hisabeth. It's rare for her to approach so closely.
I have a question for you. Sorry if it's not a good time, but it's important to me, and it's something I hope you'll answer honestly.
Okay. Sorry. Startled by the coming topic, named they broke the fish tank accidentally. Really? He scrambles to scoop up all the spilling fish on the floor. How do you break that thing? That thing's like 80% metal.
Sorry, ladies. Please ignore me. I'm not here, and I didn't hear a thing.
What did you hear? Am I... okay.
Но если я заплачу, мисс Киперина, умная молодая девушка, неудивительно, что она быстро во всем разобралась. Вы согласны?
Hisabeth looks down at her. The upturned face is young, but very determined.
So, what's your question?
Miss Pointer said something before she left about places and people disappearing into the
Oh,
storm.
she wants to know about the storm, is that it?
It's hard to believe that she would ever give up on our mission. Unless she knew the price of failing was truly horrible. Then the storm can't just be some normal kind of natural disaster. This storm will destroy everything. Won't it?
It will indeed. She doesn't even know how long that question has sat in the pit of her chest, in her glass marble eyes. Hisabeth seems a brightness welling up. She doesn't know how to respond, but silence can be an answer too, and the girl understands.
All the people we know, all the bears, birds, these fish, everything.
Everything. Sometimes they come back, but they're basically a different person at that point.
The lost future that you talk about. Was it the first to disappear? Or are there more that have been lost? Will the same thing happen to our time? Things are much worse than you let on.
Indeed.
What else has changed in the future?
The light in her eyes never fades. Not completely. Kiperina has long understood that tears don't change anything.
Many things changed. Some things won't last nearly as long as people think they will. For you, the world might seem to have turned upside down, but life will go on.
Pointer is gone. Winsong has her own geological surveys. Now everyone that's left seems to be looking to Hisabeth for answers. She tries to choose her words deliberately, but she has hardly ever been comforted, so she doesn't know how to comfort others.
So, now that you know what's at stake, are you ready to officially join Laplace? I'm afraid there is still a great deal I cannot tell you until then. Many of the answers you're seeking are classified, for employees only.
Pardon me, Miss Hisabeth, but given the danger of the mission we are expecting Kipparina to perform, I think she has the right to know what the storm really is.
Yeah, I think at least you owe her at least that, right?
I understand that you don't want to go against Laplace's rules, but I'll bet there aren't any rules against me figuring it out, and you simply nodding. Am I right?
Loopholes, huh? Smith nods, so Kipparina goes on.
I won't get to see Mr. Kozlov or get that gift in the future, so if I join Laplace, I won't see anyone from Utranyaya ever again.
If you don't join Laplace, I don't think you will survive, honestly. She hesitates, but at last nods again.
The choice is yours. I won't force you to do anything. Remember the day we first met in the restaurant? I said I would write you a recommendation. I was serious. I still am. In fact, it's already done. Winsung has signed on to it too. And our Foundation friend behind you is prepared to offer another guarantee, just in case. We will make a recommendation for your friend Voyager as well. But that's all we can do. I'm afraid we can't protect everyone.
I still find it very
funny. Nor can we make this decision for you.
I still find it very funny that they have an Eldritch. They treat the Eldritch being that it's Voyager like it's a lost kid, which technically she is right now. But I just find it very funny for some reason.
Do you want to keep going?
The question isn't just for Kipparina. If they recover the data, if that data is any good, maybe someday no one will have to worry about the storm ever again. But what if they put their lives in jeopardy and gain nothing from it?
If you don't, you'll be allowed to return and accept what's to come. But if you join us, there is a chance to change things.
Yeah, between 0% and 1%, it's way better just 1%. Yeah. That's her answer. The only answer she needs to keep going. Boy. That's a lot of pressure to put on a kid. But then again, a lot of characters, main characters in this game are like 15, 16 maybe. At least the ones who have to take a lot of responsibility, so... Anyways, poems come by chance. I am grateful for the times I felt exhausted and uninspired, yet never put down my pen. Silence has weight, like sand piling layer on layer. On one's chest, eventually it can suffocate. The sobs barely register, 2 or 3 snuffed out before they can burst.
I will complete my mission.
Okay, that's what I thought. She speaks with clarity, as if she's making a solemn vow.
And if I successfully come back with the data, I'll consider joining Laplace.
Okay, so that's that then.
But I can't make a decision now. I need more time to think.
Makes sense.
I will stay until my job is done. You don't have to worry about that. That is what Mr. and Mrs. Kozlov and my friends in the circus would all want. It is the right thing to do.
Okay. No, kid.
If you'll excuse me, I should return to my training. I'll see you later.
She's already on her move before the last word is spoken, leaving behind another layer of suffocating silence. It doesn't take long before someone else tries to wiggle out from it too.
Us too. Need to double-check the warehouse inventory. Might find something useful.
Wait, haven't we done that already? Those...
Alright, we'll let you know if we find anything.
They leave the room one after another, and the corner Voyager seems to be entirely unsure what to do.
Join them if you want. I have some unfinished business.
Moments later, the last light-footed silhouette exits the room. Oh, we guess follow Voyager around, huh? The familiar gold glint rests on the far end of the hallway, her head lowered against the wall. Voyager tries to approach, but hesitates, stopping mid-step. She looks around to make sure the hallway is empty, then lifts her violin onto her shoulders.
Alia.
The music strings and her voice twist together like a trembling thread, calling her friend to turn around.
Was that you? Did you just say my name? You weren't up to...
As she... as she sees those flicker sparks, her voice falters. Then, in a heartbeat, Voyager resumes her usual appearance.
Stars. Good. Alia. Happy.
Elizabeth has the office to herself for once, but the progress she had hoped would come to her is still elusive. After yet another failed calculation, she sets her pen down and reconsiders her goals.
These calculations need to be finished today. The teleport ritual requires the caster to recite the location. It could be understood as calibrating in a way. Let's continue with that thought. The destination must be preset, and the ritual cast through incantation. But the further the distance, the harder it is to stay on target. If only there were an arcane reaction strong enough and unique enough to calibrate to.
It's only then that she notices the strangeness of the moment, which is abruptly broken by the arcane energy monitor as it lets out an ear-piercing alarm. A blinding light flashes across the entire screen, then cuts out. The instrument detection radius is small, barely enough to... barely beyond the nearby hallway. Was Voyager so strong that she broke the instrument? She narrowly avoids a full-on collision with the doorway. Luckily, she catches herself using the girl's shoulders.
What happened? Are you alright, Miss Elizabeth?
Was that you? Did you cast that arcane spell just now? No, those energy levels were too high for you, beyond most arcanists. Who was with you just now?
Voyager. She was just trying to make me feel better. Did it interfere with your experiments?
You actually broke, oh my god.
I apologize, Miss Elizabeth. I promise it won't happen again.
Oh boy.
She just left. If you want to find her, I'll go with you.
Are you saying she was the one that cast that arcane spell?
Yes. It was so pretty. It was like...
a neutron star.
Oh boy. A new... fucking hell. Holy hell. A neutron star, really? It's obvious that the concept is beyond Kiperina. She tilts her head expectantly.
It's a type of highly magnetized star that emits powerful beams that can be traced to show us its precise location. We call them the beacons of space. Such a strong arcane reaction would be so bright that it'd be trivial to locate even from an extreme distance.
I don't know much about space, but it sounds like the difference between finding a star in the sky and looking for the sun. But then the universe is also very big. I imagine if you were looking from far enough away, even the sun would seem small.
Yeah.
Mad, I'm afraid you're right. When comparing all the stars in the observable universe, our sun is far from the largest or brightest, only the closest. We can't assume proximity in our case. But then, there's still got to be a way, no?
Capturing the fleeting aura, she propels a new train of thought forward.
Before the storm arrives, the levels of arcane energy in all affected areas will be greatly amplified. But what about places that won't be affected?
Oh, yeah, you can put beacons there, so it knows.
Perhaps then the trick will not be to look for the light in darkness, but for the darkness in the light. Like finding a dim bulb in a string of Christmas lights.
Elizabeth places her hand on Kiperina's shoulders and makes a promise.
If that's the case, I can adjust the portion of runium in order to focus the disc precisely on Placets. If this works out, then I guarantee you will arrive home safe and sound.
2 months before the storm.
Understood. Take care.
She ends the call and waves at the silhouette walking her way.
What are you up to?
I've been communicating with the garrison in Mirny. They've picked up some abnormal critter activity during their patrols. Another batch of residents is set to evacuate too. I'll head over to help them shortly. What about you? Your geological survey? Are you staying at the branch, or will you head back to HQ?
Haven't found anything that's worth digging up yet, but I've decided to give it another try. Should be back here in time for the evacuation. Though I'm hoping to stick around for my little apprentice. She said she'll only give us her decision on joining Laplace once she's back from her mission. I can't wait to hear the good news. You still pretending not to care?
My concern, whether it exists or not, will have no tangible effect on their results. I just hope they don't kill themselves for nothing.
Hisabeth is planning a final teleportation test the day after tomorrow. I'll be observing from the meeting room. You know, the one we always use upstairs? Early in the afternoon.
Wink, wink.
I'll likely be in Miami by then.
A brief silence follows. In the pause, Winsong deftly swifts to the topic to the conspicuous glass tank in the crowd.
Hey, Ulrich. We meet again.
Ulrich's here.
You look even worse than when we last met.
Ah, Miss Winsong. And Pointer? What have we here? Two of our busiest bees working together in the Plessist branch?
Pointer has no idea why Ulrich looks even worse. His expression, as ever, is nigh and unreadable, so she simply nods to him.
So when is this humanitarian vacation of yours over? Any interest in sparing a little time to watch something fun?
If by something fun you mean Dimitri's party, then thanks, but no thanks.
No, not that. I told you about it before. Hisabeth's teleport disc experiment.
Ah, yes, that one. You know, word of it is already spreading through HQ and all the other branches.
And? What's the impression?
I wouldn't categorize it as good, but it has certainly become a contentious topic.
I see.
At least one of the bigwigs is supportive, Madame Lucy. It seems she intends to keep our experiment going either way. She even invited a prominent string theory researcher to HQ.
Oh, okay.
As I said, even if we don't get the results we hoped for, the work itself can be illuminating.
The silent researcher at last offers a wave to attract the attention of the room.
Excuse me. I have obligations to attend to. Let's talk again later.
She walks off, leaving Ulrich and Winsong to watch her as her figure passes into the hall and away. Several minutes pass, then Winsong gasps.
Bean, I forgot my badge. And Pointer's gone. How am I supposed to get back to the lab? Sorry, Ulrich. Do you mind walking me back? By the way, you didn't answer whether you'll be at Hisabeth's experiment.
Oh, it's another simulation. Alright, what do we have? Several moments. It's like a flowing river, with spiraling galactic arm. Countless people have tried to seize it. Now it comes for them, and there's nowhere to run. As it rotates, night descends. With another spin, morning arrives. There comes a time where time one will break free, as time is not dictated by its turning. The unknown beyond, that distant, watching gaze of the infinite darkness. Now we realize that we are nothing more than a grain of sand in the cosmic abyss. Yeah. Alright, leaf. Or plant, whatever.
Huh, I bet you've never had this many teammates
I
before.
don't have the quick lineup. Yeah, there we go, plant. Yeah, we're going for... Might as well just put some of these random bullshit. Alright, let's go. Sure, you can go in.
Essaye donc de te cacher de nos perdus.
Or this one.
Our minds are
Maybe we should just do the beat.
never alone
buff
and
first.
rarely outnumbered.
This one?
Our minds are as one.
Like me. Like a metaphor?
Oh, Jesus Christ, we
We
just
successfully
instantly killed them.
distant relation.
Did I miss something?
You'd better think twice.
What Let me check my rails.
Or this one. Never alone and rarely outnumbered.
Mise en scène? Leave it to me.
I think the guy just dies instantly with Marcus there. Nope, alright. Never mind. Well, they'll die in the next turn, right? Probably.
Our minds are as one. Never alone.
Useful?
Let's make this something a bit more useful.
I can't read it.
Yeah, we got 2 ults now.
Climb above you for
This one.
the stars are within your reach.
What's a fish tank? Just realized I think it was just a fish tank. Kind of funny.
Now it's easier to understand.
Perhaps even the stars in the cosmos have songs to sing too.
Namaste, stupid heads.
Alright. To Camille, literature may be divided into countless intricate schools, yet what is ultimately conveyed is remarkably simple. Dear Camille, how long has it been since we last spoke? The long tug of war with a cold drained all my energy. Only today I did manage to warm up enough to dip my tail in ink and write to you. Sylvie is doing well. Maxine and Alexander have always helped me. Always help her think in parallel. And Monique, as usual, keeps things under control at critical moments. Serpentis has been showing more and more signs of thought lately. I think it's only a matter of time before he speaks. Helene is sleepier than ever, staying in the heated rooms around the clock. As for Chantal and Pierre, they're the same as always. And me, I didn't just have a hibernate. The local literature has filled the gaps in my collection that Sylvie once ruthlessly discarded. The Melusines were deeply moved by the author's vivid portrait of suffering and death, and even within the darkness themes of the author's exploration of the new paths brimmed with vitality, dreams, and defiant sense of romanticism. Whenever I read the literature to her, her memories become unusually vivid, and she recalls the line, in particular with startling clarity, from Pate's Narc Library. The truest verses arise by chance, tempered by the fire of flame. Of course, there's no way to verify this, and Sylvie would never admit, but I believe she's the most romantic in our family. Or maybe the second most, after me. I wish you were part of the Dubois family too, that way you'll truly understand that Sylvie's memories feel like when she sees a shooting star. I truly hope we can talk about this someday. Maybe after Sylvie's little challenge is complete. You could sit and listen. I promise Sylvie and I will both be warmly waiting to welcome you. Your dear friend, Estelle. Concerto. Let me see. Elizabeth, Ulrich. Who's this guy? Hissing snakes, crackling sparks, measuring tape, a crow, and a glass fish tank. A mess, but full of life and sound. Months before the storm. There's not much difference in the lab today, even though the others have tried to tidy up the clutter. Any attempts at organization are doomed to fail here. Elizabeth pushes the last strand of files to the corner of the table, then steps back to survey her work.
I'm ready. Remember to stay within the safe zone. The medical team is helping with the evacuation, so we need to be extra careful this time.
Okay.
Miss, are you sure I shouldn't be the one doing this? I've mastered my arcane skill. I'll be able to protect myself.
Yeah, but you're also the astronaut, so we can't really take any chances.
No. Look at all the files here. They might give you a paper cut. It's an unacceptable risk for our astronaut. Even the slightest abrasion could explode under the pressure of liftoff. No need for concern. We've done the simulations and cross-checked the data thoroughly. To aid in the disk's mental preparation, I even read Madame Lucy's speech and some Laplace essays on the scientification of arcane skills.
But...
Kiparina.
Elizabeth's tone is formal, far more serious than she is known for in any other situation. Kiparina's back straightens.
Take the others behind the blast door. I'll use my arcane skill to protect the field as much as I can. In order to maintain communication, you'll need to stay behind that door, or else the signal will be disrupted. But with my arcane skill, the risk should be minimal.
Okay.
But if something goes wrong, what will you do?
I will take care of myself. The only thing I ask is that you pay close attention to what I do. Because in the worst case scenario, if you find yourself out there alone, you'll need to be able to perform this intuitively.
Yes, okay.
I don't know if I'm ready.
You have to at this point.
But it's still too early to give up, little astronaut.
She gives her gentle push on the shoulder, nudging her back. The automatic doors begin to close. She doesn't finish her sentence before the doors shut completely. Oh boy.
Enough talking. We don't have time for any dramatic farewells. Wait, whose idea is this? Couldn't be Pointer's. She packs meticulously. Let me guess. Winsome?
She reads the words on the ID, smiling smugly at her confirmation.
I knew it. How is she gonna get back into the lab?
Before activating the disc, she hands the unexpected find around her neck.
I'll just have to surprise her with it later.
Is she gonna teleport to her because of that? That would be funny. In the empty meeting room, Ulrich and Winsong take a space on opposite sides of the door. No one feels like sitting in the uncomfortable conference table without a good reason.
Where would you place their odds? Perhaps more importantly, is there any guarantee the data they collect will elucidate meaningful truths behind the storm?
You know as well as I do, Laplace hasn't mastered the art of prediction. We don't offer guarantees. Besides, maybe our demon already knows how this all ends. But I'd rather not. Personally, I hate spoilers.
As do I.
Ulrich shrugs, about to continue the conversation by mentioning a neat bit of tech he recently looked into, when a strange but familiar voice cuts in.
Slackers! Slackers!
Who the hell is this guy?
Yes, I've found the room. Thank you.
Oh, I guess that's a crow. Ulrich's voice modulates to shudders for a moment before finally spitting out the name.
Is that Adler?
Adler? What?
Mr. Ludwig?
Oh, right. Enigma's name is Ludwig. How the hell did I miss that? Winsong looks stunned. Ulrich, clearly confused, plus a giant exclamation mark. The raven perched in the monitor's head tilts its own eye in curiosity.
I'm glad to see you're so devoted to our research, and I thank you for your hard work. I'm here to deliver the storm monitor on behalf of Madame Lucy. Given our lack of resources and time, we were forced to modify an existing device to perform as our monitor. It was originally a robotic assistant, something to set daily schedules and work reminders. You already noticed Adler's voice. It's synthetic, of course.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
His colleagues originally developed this machine for him as a humanitarian gesture. It was trained to mimic his voice, an attempt to keep him social.
That's kind of creepy, dude.
It ultimately proved ineffective in that role, so now it will serve as our monitor.
I understand. Given the circumstances, recycling resources is wise. Though I struggle to see how a robotic assistant could be a humanitarian gesture.
Yeah.
Your appreciation is noted, and I supposed you might. In fact, this vacation Madame Lucy sent you on to Plesetsk is a kind of humanitarian gesture on her part. Perhaps she hopes you'll gain a deeper understanding of the term.
The Raven, pleased with the silence, offers no further input. Winsong taps a few times on the monitor and smiles at her new discovery.
Mind if I take a closer look? Wow, there are a lot of voice packs programmed into this thing. How to temper steel. Madame Lucy's voice, I'd bet. And then what else is here? Sweetheart? The superstar? Oh, and Sputnik 1 too. Warm and fluffy company. Who could that be?
What a waste of time. Why would a monitor need a critter's voice in space?
Okay, that's funny.
Maybe they just put it in for fun. It could be useful to relieve a little stress. Oh, perfect timing. Hisabeth has entered the testing grounds.
Field report.
Yeah, it is a
I activated the disc, but it's not working. There must be an error in its incantation. Oh, the indicator is red. So then it must still be accumulating arcane energy. It may be calibrating its position within the range I set. But what about all this excess energy? I worry it might not just transport me, but half the office.
Any last words? If you explode, I call dibs on your fish.
I don't think the fish would survive if this thing exploded.
Have some patience. It's doing something.
Oops. She shakes the disc once, twice, but when she stops, it continues to tremble. Violently. The entire office begins to rattle along with it. The fish in the echo tank dart anxiously.
Bad news. I don't think any of those fish are gonna survive. Wish me a safe journey.
Oh well, where did she end up? Before the floor starts to ripple, the monitor scoots itself onto the hallway for safety. Winsong slams her back against the wall to steady herself. Looking up, she sees Ulrich's glass tank vibrating, its contents scattering into tiny particles.
I can hear you brainstorming, Ulrich. It's oddly literal.
The sound of shattering glass immediately has Winsong turn to her colleague, confirming that Ulrich is still secure inside his case. The noise appears to have come in, instead from the fish tank falling, and... Yeah, she teleported to her.
There's gentler ways to make an entrance.
The voice surrounds around her whenever in her headset or her ears are gobbled, twisted, and something. Midair, Hisabeth adjusts her posture and lands squarely on the meeting table. Aside from the poor fish that were flung across their shores, this isn't the worst entrance. The fish flopping on the floor begin to slow, except the one that was landed fortuitously in Ulrich's tank.
Poor fish. I attempted to turn my aquarium into fireproof ceramic to keep it safe, but it looks like it just made it easier to shatter. Wait.
Mention her arcane skill triggered a panic. She glances down at the object she'd been handing to Winsong. Oh my god, I can't speak. What the hell? It's heavier than it should be. This must be the Laplace's first ID badge with the ceramic strap.
Uh-oh, I forgot about this. Luckily, it didn't affect the card itself.
She blinks, letting the shimmer of her arcane skill fade.
That's a unique design. Thanks. It might make for a nice conversation piece.
Ulrich is busy saving the poor fish swimming atop his head, dropping it back onto the tank.
Congratulations, Miss Hisabeth.
Oh, I kinda wanted to see the fish swimming in here.
Your results appear more than adequate. Indeed, you have exceeded my expectations.
Is that stuffy office talk for good job? Merci all the same.
Congrats. So does your success here mean my lovely apprentice has a chance to land back on Mother Earth safely?
More than a chance now. Though I'm afraid the adjustments we've made to the process will be impossible to replicate at scale.
Nonetheless, you've convinced me.
The Raven rolls towards them in a mechanical perch.
Your application for delayed evacuation is approved.
Oh, nice. The cheers in Hisabeth's headset reach her before she's finished processing the words.
But I haven't even submitted it yet.
Well, you may submit it now.
So, that's why you're back here with that torn-up application form? I gotta tell you, it's impressive you managed to piece it back together.
Yeah, it completely shattered and broke. All eyes fall on the thin sheet of paper, held together with tape and barely legible.
At least I learned something from it. Don't teleport paper products without a protective sheet.
They seem so close to success. I will keep training. I need to stay at my best for a launch day.
Voyager taps Kiperina on the shoulder, doing her best to express her opinion.
I know. I won't push myself too hard. Thanks, Voyager.
We don't have much time left. Remember to rest too while you still can. You should take a day off. Consider it a celebration of our successful experiment.
She won't take it.
Actually, I believe Miss Hisabeth already has plans for me. We still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, exactly. Kiperina holds her stare on the pondering researcher, expectantly seeking her input.
Plans? Yes, that we do. I need to train you to use the monitor. You will have to confirm the final coordinates on the disk and be able to perform the final safety checks before launching. Oh, I think it may be necessary to implement a particular procedure that Ludwig mentioned. A humanitarian vacation.
Okay. To be continued. Alright, we can do one more, I think. This thing has 18. Yeah, okay. Let's go. Wherever spring stays. I have seen many kinds of flowers, in small towns and laboratories, on hurried journeys. They bloom so well and so fragrantly. "29 hours before the storm." Oh, wait, we're already here, huh? Lizette. Mirny. Whatever the name. Oh, goddammit. Town surrounding Cosmodrome looks more or less the same. They're able to support the nearby research facilities fall silent among with them. A single snowflake goes unnoticed in the vast, white, melting into hot breath.
Allow me. These should be the lost boxes.
Leave them, miss. Just tell us which ones should be moved and we'll take care of them. We all got our own jobs to do.
The young soldier bends down ahead of Pointer, loading the boxes into the truck, one by one with practice speed. Pointer checks the list in her hand and gives a nod. Correct quantity. The second to last batch of supplies is now loaded.
Will you leave with the others tomorrow? Or are you staying on until the final evacuation?
Our orders are to evacuate to Xeno's nearest base tomorrow. How about you? We were responsible for escorting the last staff members from the Placid's Cosmodrome. That place should be empty now, shouldn't it? An evacuation like this has to be for something big. I'm sure you know better than I do. If you can, miss, find somewhere safe. ASAP.
I'm leaving Mirny tonight, just as soon as I help finish with the evacuation. There are fewer troops around now. Have there been any further orders?
Some were sent to clear the roads. There's been more critters blocking the way lately. I guess the others were assigned to an urgent support mission. So it's just the rookies like me left.
Evacuations can be dangerous. A job like this shouldn't be left to new recruits.
You think so? Honestly, I was hoping for a little challenge. But we're soldiers, we follow orders.
The engine roars to life, sending a small flurry of snow from its undercarriage.
Do you need a lift?
Thanks, but I'm going back to check on the evacuation. Be safe.
The truck disappears down the slush-covered road carved through the snow. Pointer heads the opposite direction, further into the town. What is she doing?
So, this is our humanitarian vacation here? An open mining pit?
You've got it.
What are you doing?
It's nearby and easy to reach. I can't see a reason why we shouldn't come check it out. The only problem is I got the timing a little off. But just you wait. It won't be long now before the Aurora shows up.
The Aurora, okay. She tosses a pebble towards the pit. It vanishes into the dark.
We've recruited a great team from Laplace and the Foundation and worked out the kinks of our teleport disk. If we can just manage to collect some useful data, our future could be brighter than any Aurora.
I hate to be negative at a time like this, but this is still a big gamble.
But we want big today. Didn't you join us to bring about a better future? Just think. Our achievements on this project could pave the way to a promotion or at least a transfer.
Don't try to butter me up with promotion talk. Anyway, it's bad luck to talk like that right before a mission. Worse than bad luck, it's cliché. Strangers coming together to do great deeds, risking mortal peril for the good of humanity. Now, just before the climax, we'll start talking about their motivations and backstories, all to give the story a twist. When someone bites it in the last act, and then the whole gang is haunted by their last moments of peace together.
Oh, there's a theory about that. What is it called again? Right.
What?
Quantum
No.
entanglement.
That's not what it's called.
Where I'm from, there's a book called I Ching that has a similar idea. That the things we do are mirrored in faraway places.
After turning several near-identical corners, Pointer reaches her destination. A small group of people have gathered by the roadside. The moment they spot her, their wind-chapped faces bring smiles.
How are things proceeding? I'm here to perform a final check on the evacuation.
It's going well. We're all ready to leave.
Alright, it seems
It's
everything's
just
going in
these
order.
flowers. We thought about planting them somewhere just so we don't need to carry them. But with the soil frozen over.
Flowers?
Yes, you know, from the seeds you gave us. My daughter planted them just for fun, but they really thrived.
Oh, the sunflowers Opulus gave, huh? The little girl, bundled in the thick winter clothes, hoists up their box of treasures to Pointer, several tall potted sunflowers.
Mommy said it's really,
Oh,
really difficult.
That's a surprise. The kid has a sprite. An actual detailed one, too.
It's a miracle. Miss, but you and I did it together.
Yes. I suppose it indeed appears miraculous. But how are you going to take them with you? I think it will be a bit too heavy to carry on the road.
We've given away the rest to some of our neighbors. But these are the ones that bloomed the best. It hurts to think we'd just leave them here to die. It's so cold now, and it's getting hard to find food. We know we have to evacuate soon, but no one has told us where we're going or what's next. Despite all the hardship, these seeds you gave us somehow managed to bloom under my daughter's care. Look, they're absolutely radiant. If even these little flowers are ready to fight to survive, how can we give up?
Townspeople around her chime in, and the girl beams, even brighter, holding the box tightly in her arms.
That's true.
She wants to tell them to save their space and energy for more important supplies. The seeds were a gift from Windsong, likely altered through arcane skill, perhaps already adapted to grow in permafrost. But at this moment it doesn't seem right to judge these flowers that hold meaning for others.
Thank you. I'm not aware of the local species of flowers here, but I'm certain all the same that these are the most beautiful flowers in Murney. I hope you can find a way to take them with you.
Watching the golden hue of the sunflowers fade into the distance, Pointer steps back onto the streets. She will check on the vehicle she parked earlier, take one final patrol, and then leave without looking back. Yet, Minri is in fact just large enough for chance encounters to still occur.
Hey, am I seeing things? Pointer?
The glint of a Laplace uniform blends into the snow. As she squints until she recognizes the waving figure.
Oh hey, weren't you on vacation? Why are you back here with the evacuation team?
Well, I had nothing else to do anyway, and we need all the help we can get. Did you hear? There's still a team at Placid's. Ludwig even approved a delayed evacuation for them. I guess they're planning to stay to the very last moment. Can you believe that?
Ludwig actually approved it. They are going to stay in the Cosmodrome?
They are indeed. The news is nothing like she expected. Her voice rises in shock.
Unbelievable, right? That takes a lot of guts. Who would have guessed we had people like that here at Laplace? If you've got time, maybe you should go check on them. See if you can talk some sense into them.
He aims to pat her shoulder, but considering her mechanical components, he lowers his hand halfway.
Anyway, I have a street of houses to check one by one for stragglers, so I've got to get back to it. Oh, it's freezing cold out there. Don't forget to check the components. I'll catch up with you when we get back to the branch.
Oh boy. She once hoped that Ludwig would shut down this absurd plan, a mission with far greater odds of failure than achieving any meaningful goal. But she should have known better. Laplace is filled with the most stubborn people imaginable. They would never give up, no matter how many obstacles stand in their way. The storm is coming. What else is left for her to do? Pointer looks at the direction of the Cosmodrome, the building obscured by a swirling sheet of white.
everything is made of atoms. From afar, Mount Taihang is like a grindstone. The Yellow River is like a belt. And all these things are but dust. In other words, maybe the reason why we are here is only a complete coincidence.
Hold it. Let's just get back to the topic at hand. I think I'm allergic to poetry.
I want to hear the rest. Would you please let him finish?
No way. I think I'd rather take a chance on that lethal backstory cliché. How about you start us off?
The little snakes tilt their heads in unison. Every isle and inquisitive on name day. He almost wishes for a petrification spell to hit him.
Sure, what do you want to know? Are you curious about why I chose our loose yet ambitious team?
Loose yet ambitious. That's a good description. You brought it up, now spit it out, and make it simple.
Maybe I shouldn't have oversold it. I just think you have a good plan. What if this works? What if we do this and it changes the world? And I could be a part of that. It's a tempting thought, don't you think?
It is indeed.
I just don't want to see another place I hold dear lost to the storm.
Yeah.
So you mean it was for your hometown?
Yeah. I guess you could say that.
Isn't your homeland still here in this era?
It is, but it's different. Yeah, the buildings may be the same, but the people aren't, right? More often than not, Kiparina chooses to listen and wait. She seldom inserts herself into conversations.
Have you just accepted the fact that it will disappear? Again?
He shakes his head.
My home isn't in this era. Maybe the names are the same. Same old familiar buildings, but nothing that matters to me. What's gone is gone.
Yeah, it was oh my god, it was what I was saying, yeah.
Don't feel bad for me, though. Now I have my own portable hometown.
She raises a finger and taps the little ornament dangling on his ear.
Hey, I always figured you kept that around in case you needed some quick cash. You know, like those pirates that had coin earrings.
Oh, no, my brother said he would kill me if I gave this away. It's meant to be for the last living child, a family heirloom of sorts. If I lost it, I think my family would crawl out of their graves and haunt me. If they had graves.
Oof.
Still, if I was in dire need.
Family. The world stirs emotion in all those listening. Kiparina lowers his head, trying to hide her expression.
Alia family?
She points to the ground, doing her best to respond with the words she's learned, even if the meaning is slightly off.
No, Voyager. This is not my family. They're in Newtoniaya. These are my friends.
Friends.
She knows this word, but until now she only used it to describe Kiparina. For Kiparina, it's a word that breaks down barriers and opens doors.
You told me that as long as there are living people to remember what has been, that what we're doing will be worthwhile. I've tried to accept that, but I still can't. What has been? It's not just an old building or some candy in a store. It's everything in my life. It is my life. I know I must accept it, that I can do nothing but accept it. But how can...
Ah, fuck, damn it.
I know I must accept it, that I can do nothing but accept it. But how can I ever accept it?
Everyone standing here has a reason to keep going, reason strong enough to chase the absurd. In other words, no one here knows the real answer. Are we fighting constructs again? Well, most of the fights in this one are just constructs. I think we only have one actual fight in this entire story. What are we fighting? Oh no, we're actually fighting critters. Okay. Switch up. Star. Let's see, what low rarity stars we have. I guess we can go with, Yenisei. I do need to level up with my low rarity stars.
May the flow take their souls to the sea in the morning.
Oh, god damn it.
Beautiful. Is the sea breeze? Start me up! They said, from a single bird across the river. Rock, rock, rock! Change the world!
That's the direction.
They're just start me up!
Ice blood.
Woohoo! Release! Light!
We've done a good job. Now, may I have a hand towel?
Okay. And there we go, the thing. Alright, I think we're gonna keep it for here. The next part, we should be able to reach chapter 18. And that's gonna be it from now. Well, so far, I'm quite enjoying it. It's a bit slow-paced, I will say. But I'm enjoying the characterizations and the concept of them inventing the floppy disk we saw in the beginning, Virgin News. So yeah, I do think it's shaping up to be good. I don't know, it's a bit, how do I explain it? It's definitely slow, but I like the individual moments. That's more like it. I think I'm gonna cut it here so I can give my opinion when it's over. So that's gonna be it for now. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time in Reverse 1999. Ciao.